Oh, bless your little incel heart. I understand that you can't even bother to Google, and you definitely didn't bother to learn history. You just want to spout off a bunch of nonsense, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm here to correct you. It's okay. I'm here to correct your misinformation. On my video where I was talking about how if all of the women in the United States, we got organized, we came together, and we withdrew our labor from the economy, from our society for a very, very short period of time, how we could stop the fascists, we could shut everything down, we could dramatically change what is happening in America right now and the way that our country looks going forward if we as women got organized together. And you, baby girl, you left this comment, ha ha ha, they tried this in Sweden once, I think, or Finland, and it did nothing. I get it, baby girl, you are coming from a place of willful ignorance. I know you thought this was somehow a rebuttal of my video, but what you're actually referencing here is the 1975 Icelandic women's strike. It's okay. Maybe you don't know geography, definitely don't know history. It's okay. I'm here to correct you. Iceland in 1975 had a one-day women's strike. It was called the Women's Day Off. So the date was October 24th, 1975, an easy day for me to remember because it's one of my family members' birthdays. 90% of the women of Iceland participated in this strike. They stayed home from work if they were not going to work that day or they were not working for a paycheck. They didn't do any domestic work, no childcare, no housework. They all withdrew their labor from Icelandic society for an entire day. Not only were you wrong about the country, you said that women's strike did nothing. So just like a double L for you, my son, because the strike was so successful that Iceland's parliament passed a law guaranteeing women equal rights with men. It also guaranteed them equal pay with men. A big reason why this strike was organized in the first place was at the time, women in Iceland were paid an average of 60% of what their male counterparts were being paid. So the women's strike, also known as the Day Off or the Long Friday, was again a day where 90% of the women in Iceland participated in withdrawing their labor from Icelandic society. And about 25,000 were actually able to go to Reykjavik and participate in a rally that was held there. There were speakers, there was music, but also women at that rally organized, had a discussion of what would it look like to have true equality for women in Iceland. They had women who were union leaders, they had women who were homemakers, they had women who were representatives in their parliament. They all gave speeches and they said, hey, we as women deserve better than this. Here's what we want. Here's what we want the future to look like for our country. It's important to note here, a lot of fathers supported the women in this effort and volunteered to bring their kids with them to work, to take on childcare for the day so that the women in their lives could go and participate in pushing for equal rights for women. So not only did this pivotal strike result in Iceland passing laws that provided equal rights and equal pay for women, it also paved the way for Iceland to become the first country in the entire world to elect a woman president. Something we have yet to do here in the United States, but Iceland did it in 1980. Iceland had a second women's strike in October of 2023. More than 100,000 people participated. It was meant to draw attention to violence against women in the country and work for greater measures for equality and inclusion. And the country set a goal of, quote, full gender equality in Iceland by 2030. So I hope that helps explain that to you. Something you could have easily Googled, but I volunteered to take the time to educate you. I'm sure you won't hear it. I'm sure the last thing you would want is for women to organize. I understand incel men, right-wing men are desperate for women to not realize their power. They're desperate for us not to come together to aggregate our power. We could shut down everything that is happening in the United States right now. Right? Like it's women who really keep society going, and we have the power if we want to exercise it. It's men like this who are desperate for us to not realize that and are desperate to get us to give up and think that it's hopeless. It will do nothing for us to come together and leverage the power that we have for ourselves, for other women, for our children, for our country.